The New Adventures of Sherlock Holmes, Volume 49, featuring these 2 episodes. Episode 1, The Case of the Bleeding Chandelier. Episode 2, The Adventure of the Veiled Lodger. The radio programs appearing in this audiobook were written by Dennis Green, Bruce Taylor, and Anthony Bouche, based upon the characters and suggested by incidents appearing in stories created by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle in his Sherlock Holmes detective novels, featuring narration by John Stanley as Sherlock Holmes and Alfred Shirley as Dr. Watson. The radio show's host is Cy Harris.
From New York City, the makers of Clippercraft clothes for men and 1,036 leading retail stores from coast to coast present the world's most famous detective, Sherlock Holmes. This week's story, The Case of the Bleeding Chandelier. Well, here we are once more in Dr. Watson's familiar study. Outside, a drowsy June day is drawing to a close. It's too warm to do anything but just sit and relax.
Yes, a fine mood that is, Mr. Harris. However, I know 2 things that I think will snap you out of it.
Well, what's that, Dr. Watson?
Well, the first is the adventure which Sherlock Holmes always referred to as the case of the bleeding chandelier.
A bleeding chandelier, Doctor?
Quite. It was made of old Russian silver, and whenever a catastrophe was due to happen to anyone of the house of Mortlake, the chandelier was supposed to shed tears of blood. Well do I remember sitting in the crumbling old banqueting hall of Mortlake Castle, listening to the ominous beat of the sea on the cliffs outside and waiting for the first spatter of blood.
And now, Dr. Watson, back to Mortlake Castle and the chandelier that shed tears of blood. Or did it refuse to live up to its reputation?
As a matter of fact, yes, it was rather curious blood, as it turned out. But to begin at the beginning, let me see, it was a murky midsummer day in the late 90s. When Holmes came in to breakfast, he found a large envelope addressed in a scrawling, rather flamboyant hand and with a decidedly grandiose purple seal affixed to the back flap.
Morning, Watson.
Oh, Holmes, I thought you were never going to get up. I see there's a tremendously important-looking letter waiting for you.
Really? A communication from the court chamberlain, I presume, telling me I'm to be knighted.
Oh, don't be an ass.
And what's so asinine about that? What did I do with my tobacco? Plenty of pompous nonentities without 1/10 my brains have managed to get themselves on the honours list. Confound that tobacco pouch. Where is it?
Oh, never mind your tobacco pouch. Here, have a cigar and sit down and open your mail.
Oh, thank you, Watson. Yes, your practice must be improving. Your cigars are becoming quite respectable. Yes, quite respectable.
Holmes, you old fraud. I don't think for 1 minute you mislaid your tobacco pouch. There it is in the pocket of your dressing gown.
Well, so it is. Now, fancy that.
Yes, you were just trying to wangle one of my new cigars. I say, how in blazes did you know I'd been given a box of Coronas?
My dear Watson, the Morning Times lists the birth of another son to Mr. Harridge, the hair tonic millionaire, and to Mrs. Harridge, too, of course. He always gives you Coronas on these occasions.
Holmes, will you stop blithering and open that letter?
Dear, impatient this morning, aren't we? Yes, Watson, you're as anxious and high-strung as any prospective father when you think you see a new case in the offing.
Holmes, will you please?
Very well, very well. Now, what have we here?
The postmark says Mort's Bay. That's in North Devon, if I'm not mistaken.
No, for once you're correct.
I believe Mortlake Castle overlooks Mort's Bay.
Correct again. Your average is rising, Watson.
Well, then the letter must be from Lord Roger Mortlake, the 7th Baron Embers. Only the man who's head of the family would have such a dashing handwriting and would seal his letters with the family crest.
Back to normal, Watson.
What do you mean?
In the first place, it's not the Mortlake seal. It's a much newer crest, the one invented by the late Samuel Pridgett.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?